It's a sequel that has been 37 years in the making. This is retired computer programmer Colin Porch's follow-up to the hit 1980s game Head Over Heels. He worked on the original, released by Ocean Software in 1986 for home computers like this Atari ST. In 1989, Colin started working on this sequel, but the growth of games consoles meant the idea was scrapped. Then, years later, he was inspired by an encounter he had at a company reunion.
My old boss, a guy called Gary Bracey, he asked me what happened to the sequel you were doing. And I said, well, you know, I abandoned it. Oh, you need to finish it, he said. Big demand for retro games now.
You control two main characters called Head and Heels, who are spies trying to escape from a castle. Colin is now 81 and lives in Higham Ferrers near Rushden, and much like in the game itself, he still had some puzzles to solve before fans would finally get to play the sequel.
Then we couldn't find out who held the IP rights, the intellectual property rights to the characters in the game, which meant we couldn't market it until we had their permission and found out who it was.
So, after almost 4 decades, it's now been released by games company Thalamus Digital.
It's been a labour of love because I was so passionate about the game in the first place. The game is full of puzzles, and I had a lot of fun devising the puzzles. You know, it's my wits against the player that's going to be playing it.
At the Centre for Computing History in Cambridge, they say they've seen a surge of interest in this kind of retro gaming.
I think what it is, a lot of little kids grew up with like the little mobile games, which are quite simplistic little platform and puzzle games, and that's exactly what these old machines here offer. And also there's a lot of nostalgia from the people who used to play them back in the day. Got rid of the machines, but now they've started re-releasing new models like the Spectrum and the Commodore 64.
It might be the longest a computer game has ever been in development, and while it has taken Colin 37 years to write it, he reckons with a bit of practice a good player could complete it from start to finish in about 4 hours. Stuart Leiths, ITV News, Higham Ferrers in Northamptonshire.